All right. So today is Monday, December 8th. Catch up with where we are. I did a little bit of work earlier off camera and just didn't have my camera out. So show you where we are so far and we'll move forward. So I got this side over here completely welded in. Got this side welded down this seam. I'll dress that seam up, but I'm not so terribly worried about it right at this exact moment. You can see down the side there, looks pretty dead-gum good. I mean, it ain't laser straight or nothing, but it's gonna look plenty good. I'm already planning, I'm gonna have to put a little bit of Bondo on it. So, cut these sides off with a plasma cutter there, the Art Captain plasma cutter. It looks ugly as sin, just user error, but I'll come in and trim that back. I'm gonna take and cut a couple of pieces of this 1/2-inch plate and fit inside of it, not outside of it, but on the inside of it. Give me just enough room. Headache rack will go here. If I wanted to drill and tap a couple of holes with that headache rack, I'd have plenty of thickness to get a good hold. Got this side done the same way, same exact process I used on that side, same process over here. I did get a little bit wide on my pie cut on this side, so I had to make a little bit of spacer to go in there. I need to put another bead or two down that side to smooth that transition off, but I'll get that done. Put this one on, it looks dang good too. You're looking at it down the side there. Everything lining up. So we'll grind these back flush with the bottom where I can put a block inside of here on both sides, and then we will space out our D-rings, 3 D-rings on this side, and then 1, 2, and 3 on this side. D-rings are just the weld-on D-ring, Tractor Supply special, 1/2-inch D-ring, but it's rated for 12,000 pounds. So I wanted it to be heavy duty enough that when I go get the bed painted or get the Line-X done, I'm planning on Line-X in the top, and if funds allow, the bottom of this flatbed as well. But when I go get that done, I want to be able to just hook to it, put a couple straps on it, pick this thing right up, move it right off, do whatever I need to with it without having to worry about it popping. I'm also going to be putting some Z-Track down the side in between. Haven't got it in yet, but I'm going to be putting that in. But I just really didn't want to, I wanted to have places down the side to hook multiple things. I didn't want to just have 3 points of contact or like stake pockets going down the side where you could get a good tie here, but then you had a 2-foot gap that your chain or sling or whatever you were using would slide back and forth, and you really couldn't get a good tie. Or you really crank down some pressure on it to hold something big in the bed, and then you bend your stake pocket and you got to sit here and fiddle with it. And I've never seen a stake pocket that wasn't rusted. That's another big part of it. I've never seen one that wasn't rusted. Every one of them I've seen has been rusted. So, first time you put a chain on it, knocks the paint off, makes a little chip, and chip paint will rust. So, all right, well, I'm gonna start grinding on these and then getting my 1/2-inch plate cut, and then we'll move forward from there. Probably gonna try to set y'all up somewhere over there or somewhere. All right, enjoy. I can live with that. Come take a look. Now this outside's a little bit off, but if I can measure it to that inside, yeah, flat there and flat on that inside, I can weld that outside. I can weld up that gap and grind that gap smooth. No more than that is, shoot, I can live with that. Let's check this one. Not bad for eyeballing the son of a gun. So this one's a little out in both directions, but again, it ain't bad enough to worry. Shoot, that'll do it. All right, I'm gonna cut me some pieces out of this to fit inside of there. Fit it up flush, weld it, grind all that smooth, make that seam invisible. We'll be in business. That blue Dykem really helps you get a good mark. Carbide scribe, blue Dykem. This is just a Maker's Leather Supply edge dyeing pen is all. That's all this is. It's just a little felt tip. You can get you a little bit on the tip and write it out. Good stuff. All right, so those are smooth as a baby's bottom now. Lined up pretty dead gum close. I can fine tune it. You know, I can always go back and fine tune it just a little bit, but they're looking real good. And that's my profile of the front of the bed. Camera makes it look a little wonky, but it is dead on straight. Rocking and rolling. So, all right, next order of business. Take this box. This is where I bought my plasma cutter. All right, so the gooseneck well there is 20 by 20. If we're gonna get a fifth wheel, which I don't have a fifth wheel right now, but this is planning for the future. If I ever have to go get my dad's fifth wheel or my mom and dad's fifth wheel, or go to, I don't know, we ever get a fifth wheel camper. I don't know. I want to be able to use the truck to do it. So the flatbed version of the B&W turnover ball compliant, blah, blah, blah. The B&W fifth wheel companion for flatbeds says it needs an 18 by 18 footprint. I printed out one of those things. 3050 companion hitch installation. I mean, double check, but I believe it said you need an 18 by 18. Well, that's my metal quotes. Yeah, I think it might have just been an email to the company, and the company told me it needed to be 18 by 18. But regardless, we got to figure out a way to get safety chains inside of this gooseneck well. Oh, can't just step through there anymore. Got to come up and over and under and around. So let's see how we're going to be able to get this done. It ain't going to fit with that in it. I think maybe just cut the corners as far up in there as I can and still leave room to latch a hook. I'm about to grind those down. Haven't done that yet. All right. You know, when I built the 20-inch box, I should have cheated the whole back 2 inches. Cheated this forward 2 inches, cheated the whole back 2 inches. That would have let my 18-inch go all the way up against the back and down and give me more room up here. Because I'm probably going to put the fifth wheel plug right there. Either put it right there or over here. One of the two. All right, let me blow some holes. I got a big clevis somewhere. I'll just need to find it. Blow a couple holes with the plasma cutter, insert my rod through it, weld it on both sides. Lock that in real good. So we'll have safety chains. It's about 9:30 on December 8th. As you can see, it is quite cold in the shop. I'm gonna guess we're 30 degrees or so, probably 40 degrees inside the shop here. So I'm cold, I'm done. I'm about to go inside. So I did get those Did get those edges ground down smooth. Come in here. That is, I believe it's 3/4 rod. I'll measure it tomorrow and see, but it was at the metal depot where I bought all the metals there in Memphis. It was in there, pull a piece metal, just the little scrap cuts that they had. And I got it from them. They bought it from them. So that's what I'm going to use as my safety chain. I see I cut far enough out that I can weld it all the way across the lip on both of those, and then I'll fill all the holes in on the inside where I had to use the plasma cutter and cut those out. I'll cut all those, but I use that hook. That's about as big a hook as we've got on the farm here, and I know it's bigger than anything we've got on any of our gooseneck trailers. So I used it as my reference to make sure I had just enough room to snake that hook around it and hook into it. I'd grabbed that chain, gonna think I was gonna use that too, but I ended up not. Those will go through it, so all I gotta do is get them level, get them square, get them looking good in those holes. They're a little, this one's pretty tight, but that one over there is pretty loose. But I want them to be level and square with the world, and then I'll weld those in and we'll have safety chains. We're having a gooseneck door. It's going to come in and it'll sit over here on this side. Over here to the driver's side is where it'll sit. So we'll work on all that after we get the decking. That'll be the very last thing we do. Probably. I don't know. I change my mind quite frequently. But like I said, it's cold. I'm going inside. That was all we got done today. But I mean, I did get that whole piece put on that side over there. Got that tied in, got the, stringers picked up. There's several of them had fallen down when I welded those gussets on. It drew it a little bit down. I'm talking like 1/8 inch, I think was the most any of them were out of whack, but I had to do the same thing over on this side. Got them pulled up, got them tacked off, got them welded in. Tomorrow or the next day I'm able to work at it, I'll finish the welding on those corners and grind those smooth and hit them with the flat wheel smooth. And I missed one stringer weld right there. So I'll fix that. Fix that, put the D-rings on, or at least the front, the back one and the front one, so I can pick this thing up. Pick it up, move it out, flip it over again, bring it back in here again, work on all the inside welds here, work on the welds underneath my side rails. I'll gusset all of those and all of them down this side as well. Gusset it for a little extra strength. Strength is not going to be a problem with this bed. We are definitely using our motto, overkill is underrated, and I'm okay with that. So that's where we are for tonight.